What is your path to Dharma?
Welcome, welcome, dear friends. Path to Dharma podcast. I am your host, Shannon, and I'm here with my beautiful daughter, Shay. And we are so excited to be here with you, reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, talking about Krishna, just sharing our love for everything that we are learning with you, with each other. Howdy, howdy. Right, Shay?
Hare Krishna, just our love for the human experience. And I don't want to say it's always love. I'm not that involved yet, but
Well, it's not, I don't think it's
yeah,
supposed to be easy necessarily. And if I think about everything we've read up to this point, which now, dear friends, if you've been with us, you know, but if you're just joining us, we are on the sixth canto.
we're getting
I
through it.
mean, yeah, we're getting through it. But like, I wouldn't say anybody's story that we've read has had an easy life.
Right,
No one did. No one has. And we shouldn't expect to either, maybe. I don't think I came here for an easy life.
right.
I came here to grow. I came here to serve Krishna, and I'm all about it right now.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Okay, well, we are in chapter six. We just kind of went through the last couple chapters. We re-met Dakṣa, who originally we saw, basically get his head removed by Shiva and replaced with a goat way back in like the second canto when the big brouhaha happened with Sati.
Yep,
So now Daksha comes back and he's supposed to be populating the universe. That's his job.
yep.
And Naura keeps showing up and convincing all of his sons to go be enlightened instead of go find wives. So we saw
Yeah.
him in the last chapter get cursed to wander the universe forever without a home, which seemed like he was happy to do. He accepted it.
Yeah, he accepted it and he moved on, traveled on.
And he's still to this day singing somewhere in the universe.
Yep, with his instrument.
I love it. I love it. He always sings to me. I always hear his words in my head. I always
Mhm.
do. Everything he says is like gold.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what else is going on? A couple of things I want to catch us up on, just life things. I think we're back on track to be recording. Someone made a comment in our last video about they're waiting for Krishna fan club, and I want to just say, me too. Me too. We need a Krishna fan club.
Yeah.
We need to do a Krishna fan club. I had the coolest experience on Krishna's birthday, Janmashtami. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think so.
I
I
think so.
think.
Okay, you were there for this.
Yes.
And this was crazy. One of the things that Shay and I like to do is we like to go to these little thrift stores, little secondhand stores where it's, other people's goods that they've, gotten rid of. And the one we go to, it's like a charity and, the money goes to for a good cause. So I always go there in my head trying to manifest different objects. And we've manifested so many things at this thrift store, have we not, Shay?
Yeah. Yes.
Ridiculous amount of things. But we're sitting in the middle of like, America in the Northeast, and there's virtually no Hindu peoples around us whatsoever, or art, or you don't see that stuff. People don't have that stuff to give away at the thrift stores. We don't see it.
Right.
We just don't. And I've lived here for, 14 years, and I have never seen anything like that any Hindu related things in this thrift store I've been visiting since I've lived here. And guess what I found on literal Krishna's birthday? Literal Krishna's
Yeah.
birthday.
Maybe Krishna.
Baby Krishna. I just about fell over. There was like this case with all this like stuff that's kind of expensive. And I walked over to it and there was this little baby Krishna statue. In fact, I have to go get it. I have to go get him. I have to go get him.
The most adorable little statue. I'm pretty sure he has a pot of butter. He might have a cow next to him, and or she put him next to a cow that she has a statue of. Yeah, we were both blown away.
Little baby Krishna eating the butter. Can you believe? We were dying. I was dying, was I not? I was absolutely floored. I
Yes.
found baby Krishna eating butter. I literally just about fell over. And I feel like this was directly given to me by Krishna. He knew I was looking for that, and he sends me a baby Krishna.
Adorable.
I love it. I love it. And you're about to send me a baby.
Yep.
So, and your
Yeah.
sister just had a baby not that long ago, and I just feel like I love everything so
Baby
much. I love
energy.
everything so much.
Baby energy is here, that's for
It's
sure.
so good. And Krishna's real. And I am so grateful for crazy little things that he sends me like that. He sends
Yeah.
me signs all the time, but like to find him like that in a place where I would not have any normally find something like that. Ah, I literally just that night just cried for like a half an hour, just in gratitude and just I'm so grateful to
You
have
must have
found.
you must have put him next to your cow statue. Is that correct?
I did. I put him next to the cow statue, of course, because that was the last thing I manifested was a cow statue. Because I was like, well, if I can't find Krishna, at least send me a cow, and he sent me a beautiful little cow statue. So, Hare Krishna, I love that. I love when the universe does these things to affirm that you're on the right path.
Yep.
And on that note, let's do some obeisances.
Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one must first offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nara Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact.
I love
Srimad
it.
Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, Chapter 6, The Progeny of the Daughters of Dakṣa. Now, you did look ahead, and there are many names in this chapter. So
Yes.
we will do the best. We will do our best.
Please forgive us. I hope we're getting better than we were, and we probably there's some of you who are cringing at our pronunciation. Please forgive. This is all done in love, and we really don't ever mean to be disrespectful by not saying things right.
Yes.
Truly, truly don't. Okay, text one. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha, who is known as pra, Prachatasa, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife. All the daughters were very affectionate toward their father. And actually, as I was waiting for you to come on here, I found in the back of the book, there is an entire chart of the descendants, the progeny of the daughters of Daksha,
Wow.
which is really cool to read. And it goes
Yeah,
through all of their names and everything that they created. It's really, really cool.
very cool. Text 2. He gave 10 daughters in charity to Yamaraja, 13 to Kaśyapa, 27 to the moon god, and 2 each to Angira, Krishava, and Bhuta. The other 4 daughters were given to Kaśyapa.
Now, please hear from me the names of all these daughters and their descendants who filled all the 3 worlds.
All right, here we go. The 10 daughters given to Yamaraja were named Banu, Laba, Kakud, Yami, Visva, Sadhya, Marutwati, Vasu, Muhurta, and Sankalpa. Now here are the names of their sons.
O king, a son named Deva Rashaba was born from the womb of Banu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba, came a son named Vidyota, who generated all the clouds. That's what was kind of cool about this chart is it went through all the daughters and basically what they made.
Yeah,
So it's not just their names, it's like what is their creation?
right. From the womb of Kakud came the son named Sankata, whose son was named Kikata. From Kikata came the demigods named Durga. From Yami came the son Svarga, whose son was named Nandi.
The sons of Visva were the Visvadevas who had no progeny. From the womb of Sadhya came the Satyas, who had a son named Ṛṣis.
The two sons who took birth from the womb of Marudvati were Marudvad and Jayanta. Jayanta, who is an expansion of Lord Vasudeva, is known as Upendra.
The demigods named the Mahurtikas took birth from the womb of Muhurta. These demigods deliver the results of actions to the living entities of their respective times.
Mhm. The son of Sankalpa was known as Sankalpa. No, that's not the same word, but I don't know. And from him lust was born. The sons of Vasu were known as the eight Vasus. Just hear their names from me: Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. From Abhimati, the wife of the Vasu, named Drona, were generated the sons named Harsa, Soka, Baya, and so on.
Ṛṣis, the wife of Prana, gave birth to three sons named Saha, Ayus, and Purojava. The wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, and from her womb various cities took birth.
From the womb of Vasana, the wife of Arka, came many sons, headed by Tarsa. Dara, the wife of Vasu named Agni, gave birth to many sons, headed by Dravinaka.
From Kritika, another wife of Agni, came the son named Skanda, Kartikeya, whose sons were headed by Vishaka. From the womb of Sharvari, the wife of the Vasu named Dosha, came the son named Shishumara, who was an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
From Angi Rasi, the wife of Vasu named Vastu, was born the great architect Visvakarma. Visvakarma became the husband of Akriti, from whom Manu named Chakasusa was born. The sons of Manu were known as the Visva devas and Sadyas.
We've definitely heard of a lot of these people.
We definitely have,
At,
yes.
at this point, we've heard a lot of these names. Usha, the wife of Vibhavashu, gave birth to three sons. From Vyushta, Ṛṣis, and Atapa. From Atapa came Panchayama, the span of day, who awakens all living entities to material activities.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, gave birth to the 10 million Rudras, of whom the 11 principal Rudras were Ravata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrisakapi, Ajakapat, Ahirbhradana, Baharupa, and Mahan. Their associates, the ghosts and goblins, who were very fearful, were born of were born of the other wife of Bhuta.
Okay, I want to know what they mean by ghosts and goblins, because like the purport says the Rudras are also known as the ghosts and the hobgoblins. What is that? What are they talking about here? I mean, is that because it seems like they were born that way. I don't know. You think of a ghost as a spirit who's like passed through to the other side, but is stuck on Earth somehow.
Yeah.
It
Well,
hasn't like,
isn't Shiva in charge of all the ghosts and
yeah,
goblins?
yeah. But what does that even mean?
Yeah.
What
I
are
don't know.
goblins? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, same. Okay, where are we? Text 19. The Prajapati Angara had two wives named Svada and Sati. The wife named Svada accepted all the Pitas as her sons, and Sati accepted the Atharvangarasha Veda as her son.
Krisasva had two wives named Ṛṣis and Disana. And the wife named Ṛṣis, he begot Dhummuketu, And in Disana he begot four sons named Vedasira, Devala, Mayanu, and Manu.
Kaśyapa, who is also named Tarkyasa, had four wives: Vinata, Kadru, Pat- Patangi, and Yamini. Patangi gave birth to many kinds of birds, and Yamini gave birth to locusts.
Mm.
Then Nata gave birth to Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu. Oh, wow. And to Anuru or Anura, the chariot driver of the sun god. Kadru gave birth to different varieties of serpents.
Wow. O Maharaja Pariksit, best of the Bharatas, the constellation's name Krita, how do you say that one?
Kritika.
Kritika, were all wives of the moon god. However, because Prajapati Dakṣa had cursed him to suffer from a disease causing gradual destruction, the moon god could not beget children in any of his wives.
Thereafter, the king of the moon pacified Prajapati Daksha with courteous words and thus regained the portions of light he had lost during his disease. Nevertheless, he could not beget children. The moon loses his shining power during the dark fortnight, and in the bright fortnight it is manifest again. O King Parikshit, now please hear from me the names of Kasyapa's wives, from whom wombs the population of the entire universe has come. They are the mothers of almost all the population of the entire universe, and their names are very auspicious to hear. Oh, now I have to say them right. They are Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kashta, Arishta, Surasa, Ila, Muni, Krodhavasha, Tamara, Sarabi, Sarama, and Timi. From the womb of Timi, all the aquatics took birth, and from the womb of Sarama, the ferocious animals like the tigers and lions took birth.
Mm.
Interesting.
Dear King Pariksit, from from the womb of Surabi, the buffalo, cow, and other animals with cloven hoofs took birth. From the womb of Tamra, the eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey took birth. And from the womb of Muni, the angels took birth.
The sons born of Krodhavasa were the serpents known as Dandasuka, as well as other serpents and the mosquitoes. All the various creepers and trees were born from the womb of Ila. The Rakshasas, bad spirits, were born from the womb of Sarasa.
The Gandharvas were born from the womb of Arista, and animals with hooves are not split, such as the horse, were born from the womb of Kasta. O king, from the womb of Danu came 61 sons, of whom these 18 were very important. And then it lists 18.
They
Well,
do.
I'm going to read.
Okay, go ahead.
Divim, Divimurda, Sambara, Arista, Hayagriva, Vibhavasu, Ayamuka, Sankusira, Svarbhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, Risaparva, Ekachakra, Anutanapana, Dumarakesa, Vurupaksa, Viprachiti, and Durjaya.
The daughters of Svarbhanu, named Suprabha, was married by Namuchi, the daughter of Vishwaparva, named Samartha, was given the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusa, was given to the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusa. Okay.
Vasvanara, the son of Danu, had four beautiful daughters. Hiranyaksa married Upanadavi, Upana, Upada, Upadanavi, and Kratu married Hayasira. Therefore, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Kaśyapa married Puloma and Kalaka, the other two daughters of Vasvanara. From the wombs of these two wives of Kaśyapa came 60,000 sons, headed by Nivata Kavaka, who were known as the Palomas, and the Kalakayas. They were physically very strong and expert in fighting, and their aim was to disturb the sacrifices performed by the great sages. My dear king, when your grandfather Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, he alone killed all these demons, and thus King Indra became extremely affectionate toward him. Wait, did we know that Arjuna was his grandfather? This the same Arjuna?
Well, I think so because Arjuna did go to the heavenly planets at one point during the Mahabharata. So
So King
I don't
Parikshit's
know.
grandfather is Arjuna?
I don't, I mean, oh, because Parikshit. Yeah, Parikshit's grandfather is Arjuna. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, because Abhimanyu is his father.
Okay.
So yes, Arjuna is, we're talking about King Parikshit.
Yep.
Yes, Arjuna is his grandfather.
Okay. Okay. We
Okay.
knew that.
We did know that. Yes, we did know
Okay.
that. Yes. Okay. We need a chart, as we've said. Well,
I
I
know.
just, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
In his wife Simhika, Tripachiti begot 101 sons, of whom the eldest is Rahu, and the others are the 100 Ketus. All of them attained positions in the influential planets. I'm hearing some like lunar mansion terms.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit. There's a little bit
Like
of that going. The
Kritika,
nakshatras, yeah, going through here. Go ahead.
Ketu, Rahu. Now, please hear me as I describe the descendants of Aditi in chronological order. In this dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, descended by his plenary expansions. The names of the sons of Aditi are as follows: Vivasvan, Aryama, Pusa, Tvatsa, Savita, Bhaga, Datta, Vidata, Varuna, Mitra, Satru, and Urukrama.
Samjna, the wife of Visavan, the sun god, gave birth to the Manu named Sradadeva, and the same fortunate wife also gave birth to the twins Yamaraja and the river Yamuna. Then Yami, while wandering on the earth in the form of a mare, gave birth to the Asvini Kumaras.
Chaya, another wife of the sun god, begot two sons named Sanaskara and Savarni Muni, and one daughter, Tapati, who married Samvarana.
From the womb of Matrika, the wife of Aryama, were born many learned scholars. Among them, Lord Brahma created the human species, which are endowed with an aptitude for self-examination.
Pusa had no sons. When Lord Shiva was angry at Dakṣa, Pusa had laughed at Lord Shiva and shown his teeth. Therefore, he lost his teeth and had to live by eating only ground flour.
Do you remember all the crazy things that happened in that scene? It's one of my favorite scenes of
Yes,
all time that
the
I've ever read.
mustache got ripped off.
Riku's mustache. Oh, wow. Okay. So Pusa didn't work out for him because now he has no teeth. Okay. Rachana, the daughter of the Dityas, wow, Dityas, became the wife of Prajapati Tvasta. By his semen, he begot her womb two very powerful sons named Sanavesha and Vishvarupa.
Although Vishvarupa was the son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, did I say, did I, although Vishvarupa was the
Yeah.
son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master, Bhrhaspati, whom they had disrespected.
Bhrhaspati.
Bhrhaspati.
Okay, all right. That's the end of that chapter. I'm sweating. I'm literally like, sweating. The
Yeah.
progeny of the daughters of Dakṣa. Okay, we have to now know what that is about, what happened. And we're about to find out in chapter 7. Indra offends his spiritual master, Bhrhaspati.
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 Bhrhaspati. Okay. Is it me or you? Wait, it's me. Okay, text one. Maharaja Parikshit inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, "O great sage, why did the spiritual master of the demigods, Bhrhaspati, reject the demigods who were his own disciples? What offense did the demigods commit against their spiritual master? Please describe to me this incident." Oh, yeah. Let's get the tea.
Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, once upon a time the king of heaven, Indra, being extremely proud because of his great opulence of the three worlds, transgressed the law of Vedic etiquette. Seated on his throne, he was surrounded by the Marutas, Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Ribus, Vis Visvavedas, Sadyas, Asvina Kumaras, Siddhas, Charanas, and Gandharvas, and by great saintly persons. Also surrounding him were the Vidyaharas, Asparas, Kinnaras, Patagas, and snakes. All of them were offering Indra their respects and services, and the Asparas and Gandharvas were dancing and singing with very sweet musical instruments. Over Indra's head was a white umbrella as effulgent as the full moon. Fanned by yak-tail whisks and served with all the paraphernalia of a great king, Indra was sitting with his wife, Sachideva, who occupied half the throne, when the great sage Bhrhaspati appeared in that assembly. Bhrhaspati, the best of the sages, was the spiritual master of Indra and the demigods and was respected by the demigods and demons alike. Nevertheless, although Indra saw his spiritual master before him, he did not rise from his own seat or offer a seat to his spiritual master. Nor did Indra offer him a respectful welcome. Indra did nothing to show him respect.
Okay. Prasapati knew everything that would happen in the future. Seeing Indra's transgression of etiquette, he completely understood that Indra was puffed up by his material opulence. Although able to curse Indra, he did not do so. Instead, he left the assembly and in silence returned to his home. You know what? He's like, you know what? I could say something. I'm just going to leave. I'm
Yep.
just going to leave and not talk to you. He's ghosting out. Ghosts out.
Indra, the king of heaven, could immediately understand his mistake. Realizing he had disrespected his spiritual master, he condemned himself in the presence of all the members of the assembly.
Yeah, he
He
knew.
said,
He knew.
"Oh
He
no."
knew. As soon as he saw him walk out, he's like, oh, damn. Alas, what a regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of
Yeah.
intelligence and my pride in my material opulences. I failed to show respect to my spiritual master when he entered this assembly, and thus I have insulted him.
Although I am king of the demigods who are situated in the mode of goodness, I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by false ego. Under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence.
If a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show his respect to another king or a Brahmin, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles.
Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who mislead people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verse, are, in effect, boarding a stone boat. And so too are those who blindly follow them. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wait a second. I feel like you should read that again, Shay. I love how everything is so just like spot on current. Go ahead.
Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who mislead people by directing them to the path of destruction are, in effect, boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the waters with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell and their followers go with them.
Bam. Yes. Okay. King Indra said, "Therefore, with great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Bhrhaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, because he is in the mode of goodness. He is fully aware of all knowledge and is the best of the Brahmins. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him to try to satisfy him."
While Indra, the king of the demigods, thought in this way and repented in his own assembly, Bhrhaspati, the most powerful spiritual master, understood his mind. Thus he became invisible to Indra and left home, for Bhrhaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra.
How cool would that be to just suddenly go invisible? If you could just pop in and out of invisibility.
That would be something.
That was always my superpower when I was asked what superpower I would have. I always said that.
Oh,
Very cool.
always say teleportation, but
I mean, also a good one. Also a good one. Okay, although Indra searched vigorously and with the assistance of the other demigods, he could not find Bhrhaspati.
mm.
Then Indra thought, alas, my spiritual master has become dissatisfied with me, and now I have no means of achieving good fortune. Although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not find peace of mind.
Hearing of the pitiable condition of King Indra, the demons, following the instructions of their guru, equipped themselves with weapons and declared war against the demigods.
Ah, they're like, Indra's weak right now.
Yeah.
We're going for him. The demigods' heads, thighs, and arms, and the other parts of their bodies were injured by the sharp arrows of the demons. The demigods, headed by Indra, saw no other course than to immediately approach Lord Brahma with bowed heads for shelter and proper instruction.
When the most powerful Lord Brahma saw the demigods coming toward him, their bodies gravely injured by the arrows of the demons, he pacified them by his great causeless mercy and spoke as follows.
Lord Brahma said, O best of the demigods, unfortunately, because of madness resulting from your material opulence, you failed to receive Bhrhaspati properly when he came to your assembly. Because he is aware of the supreme Brahman and fully in control of his senses, he is the best of the Brahmins. Therefore, it is very astonishing that you have acted impudently toward him.
It is astonishing.
How dare you? Right.
Because of your misbehavior towards Bhrhaspati, you have been defeated by the demons. My dear demigods, since the demons were weak, having been defeated by you several times, how else could you, who were so advanced in opulence, be defeated by them?
How? How? Oh, Indra, your enemies, the demons, were extremely weak because of their disrespect toward Sukracharya. But since they have now worshipped Sukracharya with great devotion, they have again become powerful. By their devotion to Sukracharya, they have increased their strength so much that now they are even able to easily seize my abode from me. Wow, okay.
Because of their firm determination to follow the instructions of Sukracharya, his disciples, the demons, are now unconcerned about the demigods. In fact, others who have determined faith in the mercy of Brahmins, cows, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and who always worship these three, are always strong in their position.
O demigods, I instruct you to approach Vishwarupa, the son of Tvasta, and accept him as your guru. He is pure and very powerful, very powerful Brahmana undergoing austerity and penances. Why can't I read? He is a pure and very powerful Brahmin undergoing austerity and penances. Pleased by your worship, he will fulfill your desires, provided that you tolerate his being inclined to side with the demons. This is like one of the things that's so fascinating is that the demons and the gods both worshiping the supreme personality of Godhead and actually just being blessed by their devotion. It's
Yeah,
I just was watching something on YouTube about, wish I could remember I want to say it's the Persians. It was this guy, and he was looking at like the Persian language and Sanskrit, like these ancient texts, and it almost as if he was showing almost as if in their system, the asuras were considered to be the good group, and the devas were supposed to be like the demons, and almost the language is like swapped a little bit. So it's like it's
oh,
pretty interesting that it's a somewhat of a perception on our part of
yeah,
what is considered good when the whole thing
right,
mixes together to be what it's supposed to be,
right.
kind of. I mean, I clearly do not know what I'm talking about, but sorry.
No, but
That's just like that's my take on it. It's just like, wow,
yeah,
okay, like
I mean, we saw that. It just makes me think of the story of the two guards who were then sent down
Yes.
humans, and it's like that's just what they were supposed to do. That was just their duty at that time. Yeah, yeah, it was our
Yes.
karma too, but isn't that what we're all doing here? Is just living out our karma?
Yes. When they were approached by the Kumaras.
Yes,
What was the name of those two? I'm really upset that I can't think of
I
it right
know
now.
them. I
I
know them.
know, and it's going to come to me. Okay, we're going to keep going.
Srila Sukadeva Goswami continued. Thus advised by Lord Brahma and relieved of their anxiety, all the demigods went to the sage Visvarupa, the son of Tvatsa. My dear king, they embraced him and spoke as follows.
The demigod said, Beloved Vishwarupa, may there be all good fortune for you. We, the demigods, have come to your ashram as your guests. Please try to fulfill our desires according to time, since we are on the level of your parents.
O Brahman, the highest duty of a son, even though he has sons of his own, is to serve his parents. And what to speak of a son who is a Brahma, a Brahmachari?
A
A
brahmachari?
Brahmachari?
Yeah.
Who's a
The,
Brahmachari?
yeah, the acharya, the spiritual master who teaches all the Vedic knowledge and gives initiation by offering the sacred thread, is the personification of all the Vedas. Similarly, a father personifies Lord Brahma, a brother King Indra, a mother the planet Earth, and a sister Mercy. A guest personifies religious principles, an invited guest personifies the demigod Agni, and all living entities personify Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
Dear son, we have been defeated by our enemies, and therefore we are very much aggrieved. Please mercifully fulfill our desires by relieving our distress through the strength of your austerities. Please fulfill our prayers.
Jaya and Vijaya.
Yes.
Sorry. Boom. Okay. Since you are completely aware of the Supreme Brahman, you are a perfect Brahman, and therefore you are the spiritual master of all orders of life. We accept you as our spiritual master and director, so that by the power of your austerity, we may easily defeat the enemies who have conquered us.
The demigods continued. Do not fear criticism for being younger than us. Such etiquette does not apply in regard to Vedic mantras. Except in relation to Vedic mantras, seniority is determined by age, but one may offer respectful obeisances even to a younger person who is advanced in chanting Vedic mantras. Therefore, although you are junior in relationship to us, you may become our priest without hesitation.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sukadeva Goswami continued. When all the demigods requested the great Vishwarupa to be their priest, Vishwarupa, who was advanced in austerities, was very pleased. He replied to them as follows.
Sri Visavrupa said, O demigods, although the acceptance of priesthood is decried as causing the loss of previously acquired Brahminical power, how can someone like me refuse to accept your personal request? You are all exalted commanders of the entire universe. I am your disciple and must take many lessons from you. Therefore, I cannot refuse you. I must agree for my own benefit.
O exalted governors of various planets, the true Brahman, who has no material possessions, maintains himself by the profession of accepting Shilanchana. In other words, he picks up grains left in the field and on the ground in the wholesale marketplace. Shilonchana? By this means, householder Brahmins who actually abide by the principles of austerity and penance maintain themselves and their families and perform all necessary pious activities. A Brahmin who desires to achieve happiness by gaining wealth through professional priesthood must certainly have a very low mind. How shall I accept such a priesthood? How shall I accept such priesthood? Okay, so this is what he's saying, that normally a Brahmin doesn't accept money or payment.
I believe so.
He normally just picks up grains left in the field. He therefore is like he like begs
Right.
for
Right.
food or just finds food. Okay. But
Yep.
they're obviously like offering him something more than that,
Right.
right?
All of you are my superiors. Therefore, although accepting priesthood is sometimes reproachable, I cannot refuse even a small request from you. I agree to be your priest. I shall fulfill your request by dedicating my life and possessions.
Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, O king, after making this promise to the demigods, the exalted Vishvarupa, surrounded by the demigods, performed the necessary priestly activities with great enthusiasm and attention.
The opulence of the demons, who are generally known as the enemies of the demigods, was protected by the talents and tactics of Sukracharya. But Visavrupa, who was most powerful, composed a protective prayer known as Narayan Kavaka. By this intelligent mantra, he took away the opulence of the demons and gave it to Mahendra, the king of heaven.
Oh, wow. Vishvarupa, who was most liberal, spoke to King Indra the secret hymn that protected Indra and conquered the military power of the demons. Oh, wow. Okay. The Kavaka shield, that's what is the next chapter. And I feel like we've seen or heard of this before, right? Or we've heard tell of this before.
No, I don't know.
Okay, maybe that was something else I was reading. But I'm actually really excited to read this. But are we continuing right now or are we stopping?
We have to stop. I have to stop.
Oh my goodness, everyone. We're going to be on a cliffhanger.
This has happened so many times. But
That's
I'm
okay.
excited. We'll be excited to pick it back
Yeah,
up.
no, we'll be excited to pick it back up. I actually love spending a week thinking about what we've read.
Yeah, I do too.
And yeah, we could probably just sit here for hours and keep reading, but reading it
Sure.
this way, even though I know some of you are like, you're going too slow. This is just how we want to do it and how we need to do it. And honestly,
It's just how we're doing it.
it is how we're doing it.
That's it.
I'm excited to find out what happens next.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. Love and blessings to you. We're so grateful for every single like and comment and share. We're like
Absolutely.
we were never doing this for subscribers or likes or any of that. We never have been. We still aren't. Um, Still, I'm excited. We're about to hit 1,000 subscribers, which I'm just blown away because there was like four of you at the beginning. Do you know what I mean? So amazing, amazing. And that's just Krishna. Krishna will send our message out to whomever he wants to hear it.
And not
And
our message. It's not
not
our.
no, 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 not our message, but I mean our guess our podcast, I should say.
Yes.
Our
Yeah.
podcast. But we do have a message of love. We do. So yeah, we do. And we do have a message of just that this is so real to us. It's so powerful. It's changing me. It's transforming my whole life. I'm not the
Yeah.
same person I was when we started
Yeah.
this. I'm not.
No. No.
Right.
And I'm not the same person when I go without reading either.
Yeah.
Come to find out.
Yeah. Come to find out. We can't skip any more weeks.
We can't.
All right, my friends.
Oh, thanks for everything. Until
Until
next
next time.
time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.